What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Your Effective Life, where we talk about all things work, school, and lifestyle related so that you can live the life that you want. Let's get into it. Today we're talking about 5 hacks for incoming freshmen so that you can optimize your educational experience. I'm Max, and I'm a current USU computer science student, and I want you to get as much out of college as I have. Okay, first thing you need to know, you are a fantastic student. You just need to keep saying this to yourself and then truly believe it, because you really are. Everyone has the potential to do extremely well in college and in life, and I'm here to help you achieve that full potential. Your key takeaway for today is just that. You are a fantastic student and you are absolutely capable of succeeding. Tip number 1, go to class and stay at the front. You're gonna have a lot of different kinds of people show up at college. So coming from high school where, the cool kids sit in the back and everyone just does their own thing on their phone the whole time. When you're in college, it matters a lot more that you're getting your education and not nearly as much about your social clout for sitting wherever you sit. My suggestion and my tip for you is to always sit at the very front of class. Why? Because this allows you to get better interactions with your teachers and then ask questions as the class goes on. Sitting at the front of the class gives you best access to the real-time information that you need to succeed. You want to do that so that you can learn as much as you can, as fast as you can, thereby making you better prepared for the job market when you eventually graduate. I just want to answer your question. Why should I listen to this guy? What does he have to say? I'm a straight A student. I have been since high school, and I hopefully will be until I graduate next spring. So I've gotten 1 A- in that time. Everything else is A's in a pretty rigorous computer science program here at Utah State. Now, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying that to give myself credibility so that these things that I'm telling you actually make sense. I didn't just get these from a random YouTube video or blogging. This is a legitimate practice that I've done, and then I've seen in other students that help them do well. So the idea here is for you to take what I'm saying, add on your own secret spice, and then have the greatest educational experience that you can. Tip number 2, never miss it. Okay? Class is the most important, efficient way to learn anything that you're going to be tested on in college. If you miss class, no matter how much you read, how many articles, how many friends you talk to, you're just not going to get the same experience as if you were in class. Why? Because you can ask questions when you're in class. You can actively listen and kind of hear other people's input as well. Learning is a lot more about asking questions and then thinking through their answers than it is about just memorizing information. Think of class as an opportunity to challenge and question what's going on to the extent that you can understand it for the tests and their implications. You always want to go to class. It's not ever worth missing. Tip number 3 for a successful college experience is to join a club. You're coming out of high school, you probably had, anywhere from 500 to maybe 5,000 students, which 5,000 is a lot. But then you go to college. Mine has 25,000 students enrolled, as well as a few thousand more just my age people living here in Logan, Utah. Most college towns are similar, where you have a huge chunk of enrolled people and then a lot of super graduated senior type people that dropped out or are taking an off year, which means that there's a huge amount of people your age to socialize with and hang out with. I know for me, I did not want to spend my college just hanging out with my high school friends exclusively. I did high school, I like my friends, but it's really nice. I really enjoyed expanding my social circles and hanging out with new people. That's why I recommend joining a club as one of your big social items, so that you can experience new relationships and have those people that like similar things. So when I came up to college, I joined the USU powerlifting team up here. I hadn't powerlifted before. Really fun experience for me. I'm not doing it anymore just because of time, but I did it for my freshman and sophomore year. It was a great time. So if you have at all interest in weightlifting, powerlifting club would be a great option for you. Look through your school's list of clubs. If you don't like any of them, then start your own club. For me, I started a book club with a few of my friends. You want to join a club because college is a lot more than just an educational experience with some crazy parties on the side. You can really build meaningful relationships with a lot of different kinds of people, and one of the best avenues to do that is through joining/starting a club. And then once you start a club, you're gonna wanna spend time with all those people that you're hanging out with now. So how do you do that? Well, here's my other, I guess this is my fourth tip. Here's my fourth tip for you, is to turn in your assignments at least 3 days before they're actually due. Now, I know what you're thinking. How am I ever gonna turn in my assignments 3 days before they're due? I can barely get them done 20 minutes before they're due at 11:58 on midnight of Friday. Well, that is not helpful for yourself to be working on it 20 minutes before it's due. And it's a Friday night, you should be partying. You shouldn't be working on more school stuff at that point. Here's how you finish your assignments 3 days before they're due every time. First thing, the day you get an assignment, start on it. Most people that I've spoken with throughout college and especially in high school, most people get an assignment, wait a week, and then start on it 2 days before it's due. And most of them get it in. But the difference between me and them is that I do those 2 days of cramming the day I get it, rather than 2 days before it's due. So I get it on a Monday, I try to have it done by a Thursday so that I can just enjoy my weekend rather than having to cram on it all night. I know this sounds hard and unreasonable, but I'm telling you, if I can do it, you can do it. I've had multiple 20-hour programming projects all due the same finals week as my big project, and I had them all done at least 3 days before they were due. The key here is you got to plan ahead. You got to think about, when is my time available to work on this stuff, and then to just not procrastinate. I think of myself as an inverted procrastinator because I cram the first 2 days of assignments due rather than the last 2 days of when it's due. Sometimes you're not actually going to be able to finish it 3 days before. I experience this a lot with my math classes like discrete math or calculus 3, where you just haven't covered enough content in class to actually be able to finish all of the problems. But what's nice about shooting for that 3-day early goal is when the teacher starts to go over some stuff in class or in recitation, you can immediately apply it into the homework so you don't miss anything. So, huge recommendation, start on things the day you get them so that you can finish 3 days before, which gives you time for office hours or questions if you need them. But if you don't need them, then you get an extra 3 days to just chill, hang out, and de-stress. While everyone else is cramming and stressing on Friday night, you got an A and you got a stress-free weekend to hang out with all your friends. And while you have all that extra time, that brings me into tip number 5, stay active. Okay, this is a big one. A lot of you are going to start feeling really stressed once you get to school because you're making new friends, you're going to all these different events, and then you have all this much bigger workload in college compared to high school. And then some of you are also going to have a part-time, full-time job on top of that. That's why, it may sound unreasonable to say, oh, you also need to be doing 30 minutes of exercise every day. But I'm here to tell you that 30 minutes of exercise, if not more, is a game changer. Exercise is not just about your body, it's a lot about your mind, because turns out your brain itself is consuming 70% of your oxygen and calories for your whole day. So a lot of blood flow is going through your brain to help it process all this information and then build those new synapses so that it can keep it stable. The advantage of working out and exercising is it helps that process run smoother. Your body can memorize things faster, you feel more awake when you're in lecture, and then you're able to spend more time enjoying the experience rather than stressing the experience. So some examples, this could be a walk. I know for me, I really enjoy my 15-minute walk to campus and 15-minute walk home. I think of my walks as walking down memory lane, except the memories are all just different classes and different old professors trying to talk and make funny jokes. The point here is that, believe it or not, your body and your mind are very tightly interconnected. And because of that, you want to boost your body so that you can boost your mind. College, you're taking a lot of information. A lot of your freshman classes are going to be about memorizing just menial lines of vocabulary or dates or other things. So when you're more active, then you can memorize that kind of stuff a lot faster. Okay, so you're a new freshman coming to college, you're a little anxious, and you just want to have the best experience possible. So here's our wrap up today. Just remember these and you're going to do great. So number 1, never miss class. Number 2, sit at the front of all of your lectures. First day, walk in, bam, 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 you're at the front, okay? You get FaceTime with the teacher and you're gonna get a much better question answer learning experience. Number 3, join a club. Number 4, finish your assignments early. I recommend 3 days, which gives you time to ask questions if you don't get it done, and then also a longer weekend for you. And number 5, stay active. Your brain, your mind, you're tightly linked. You want to learn faster by running faster, okay? Cardio, exercise, these kinds of things are very helpful for your brain to function better. If you want to learn more about effective habits for students, I have some that I'll put right here. And I have a playlist of whole student stuff that I'll put down here. Thanks for watching. I want you to achieve your full potential, so stay effective.